Why did the skeleton cross the road? Let me think. Why did it cross the road? Oh yeah, that's right, because it had no bones about it! Hey guys, welcome back to Creatures, Caverns, and Crafting. A little tip for you guys, I'm standing in the clearance aisle of the local Michael's craft store. A lot of craft stores had these, they just don't promote them because of course, discounted goods. However, these are excellent sources for cheap discounted models that you might find. You can find paints here, just all sorts of really cool crafting material. So one of the cooler things I found on the clearance aisle were these decorative starfish. I had also found a plastic bag of starfish and I thought we could craft something. I had recently watched a time-lapse video of starfish basically going over a coral reef and eating mussels and dead fish, which was one of those damn nature you're scary moments. And I thought, what would it be like if starfish were mutated? So let's see what we can craft. I'm going to start out by just tracing a circle onto a piece of cardboard. This is the chipboard I use from old kitty litter boxes. And we just want this roughly the size of our starfish. This is going to be our base. And of course we're going to cut this out and we're just going to E6000 the starfish onto that base. Next we're going to take some modeling paste and we're just going to put this on the base between the starfish. What we're going to go for is a gore effect. And just to add that realism, we're going to use some skeleton warriors here. I have this play set. I never put these models together. Give you guys a close-up look at them. And we'll just break some of those off the sprue. And if you don't have those, don't get discouraged. You can also use like maybe dollar store skeletons. You just cut this guy up and put him in there. And if you don't have that, you can also use maybe some beads. Here's a skeleton bead. Let me just pull it over so you guys get a good look at it. These are excellent for crafting projects. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take our bits here. We're just going to stick them into the modeling paste. Now if you're concerned about them coming off, you could use a little super glue if you want. But I think the modeling paste will probably hold them in. And we're just going to do that all along the base. Alright guys, now for the fun stuff. We're going to go ahead and start applying a ball red wash. Now if you don't have citadel paint, you can use any type of red wash. I just want to kind of highlight how I'm going about painting this. Keep in mind the starfish is porous, so it's going to soak up a lot of the paint that you put on it. Right now I'm just taking this wash directly out of the pot and I'm just going to apply it on like so. Here we go. Hold it up a little bit better for you guys to see. I'm just going to cover it. And we can also go back over this. If you miss some spots or you want some spots darker, you can just reapply the wash again. For the top, I'm going to just thin out a purple. Again, I'm going to use either paint thinner or water to do that. We don't want to apply this thick. And the cool thing is you can really experiment, like try different types of washes, different types of paints, just kind of have fun. So for the spines, I'm going to use a vintage white, and you can also build to a regular white. For the gore, I'm going to use a red and a dark blue. I'm just going to mix that together and put it down on the base. And now we're going to use some Minwax polyacrylic varnish. And I'm just going to take my brush here and I'm going to put it all over the model. Not just the base, we're going to put it on the fish itself. This stuff works really good. Again, it's water-based, so it's easy to clean. And this will also seal that starfish, act as a protectant. So one thing to note, once the polyacrylic dries, you may see some warping with the base. And a way that you can counteract that is just by applying a layer of Mod Podge to the bottom. Now, this may not make everything completely flat. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. It's going to look great on the table, guys, I promise you. However, if you are a stickler for stuff like that, maybe use something a little bit more solid for the base. Maybe a thicker cardboard, maybe MDF or something like that would work better. If you were unable to find the starfish like I did, you can also use the party set. All I'm going to do here is just glue them together using some E6000. All the steps are going to be the same. The gore is going to be the modeling paste. We're still going to use the bits and pieces. The only difference we're going to do here is when we go to paint them, we're going to probably just give them a wash and an easy dry brush. Now the next steps I'm going to cover are optional. What I'm going to do is add a little bit of blood for the blood god. This is a technical paint by Citadel. All we're going to do is just load our brush up. I'm just going to start dabbing that on the bottom of the model. And you don't have to go very heavy with this. Actually, I really like it when it's kind of thinned out. You still get to see the details of the starfish. I want to make sure that we cover the bottoms as well. I'm going to focus in a little bit better for you guys. See, this is coming out looking really nice. And I've got one more optional step I'm going to cover as well. So let's finish this up and we'll explore that option. For the second option, what I'm going to use is some 2-part epoxy. I'm going to use a little bit of burnt umber ink here. Focus in so you guys can see a little bit better. And we're also going to use just some regular red paint. Now what we're going to do is I've put this inside of a small cup here, and we're just going to start stirring this together. This is 2 compounds, so you won't get a chemical reaction until you start stirring this together. And what we want to do is give this a little time to set. Now keep in mind, we only have really 5 minutes to work with this, maybe less. Add a little bit more red here. We don't want this too brown. And guys, I don't have an exact recipe. There are some better recipes out there. I'm just kind of going for looks right now. And we're just going to mix this up. Now we're just going to start to apply the epoxy to the model. And what we want to go for here is a nice gooey, stringy effect. Notice I'm just kind of layering it out. Here we go. And guys, be careful with this. You don't want to get this on anything. You definitely don't want to get on yourself. I should be wearing gloves here, but this stuff will make a mess very fast. I'm just going to smooth it around a little bit. And once we're done, we should start to get something that looks like this. So guys, that's it. Let's see what this looks like on the table. Alright guys, here's our final project in all its grotesque glory. Had a really good time making this project. It was super simple. I was really amazed how the washes came out. If you've never worked with washes or inks, this would be a good craft to try those on and just kind of explore the technique. As always guys, I'll leave you with a nice video at the end. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Greatly appreciate your comments and your support. Looks like we're putting on more subscribers. Hopefully we'll continue to grow this channel. Want to say that I had a great time with this project. If you liked the video, think back, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Be sure to follow me on my Instagram. I'll post up the stop motion videos on there and also give you guys some sneak peeks there. 4th of July is coming up. Please be safe. I hope the best for you, your friends, your family, and your loved ones. We'll catch you next week. Goodbye.